Very good morning to all of you. I welcome you once again to this current lecture. In our last lecture, we studied the different aspects regarding this conductance measurement, in which we studied what is meant by the conductivity cell, what are the different types of this conductivity cell, what is the circuit present in this cell, that is the Wheatstone bridge circuit and the modified version of the Wheatstone bridge circuit. By using that, we can calculate the resistance of a particular solution. After that, we can calculate the specific resistance with the help of important phenomena of a cell, that is called as the cell constant. And finally, we can calculate the equivalent conductance of the particular electrolytic solution. Now, in the current lecture, we are going to study one important concept, that is conductivity or conductance water. What is meant by this conductivity or conductance water? So what happens whenever we are going to determine the conductance measurement of a particular solution, that particular electrolytic solution we have to always prepare in a one special type of the water, and that water is nothing but the conductivity or conductance water. Now the question arises, what is meant by this conductance or conductivity water? So in our laboratory we have the distilled water. In laboratory we have the distilled water. The distilled water is there in the laboratory. Then what happens? This distilled water from the laboratory again undergo distillation. This distilled water again undergo distillation process. Again undergo distillation with the small quantity of potassium permanganate, that is a KMnO4. This KMnO4 is added during this process. So what happens? This distilled water once again distill with the help of small quantity of water, that is called as the KMnO4. So the water which is formed is called as the conductivity water, is called as this type of the conductivity water, or it may be called as the conductance water. So it is a very simple process for the formation of this conductivity water. We have to take the distilled water, again redistill it with the help of small quantity of KMnO4. The water which is formed is called as the conductivity water. Now the question arises, why we use this type of the conductivity water in conductance measurement? So first of all, the one important property of this water is that it has the specific conductance value very less. It has the specific conductance value of only 0.8 into 10 raised to minus 6 per ohm per centimeter, per ohm per centimeter at the temperature of 18 degree centigrade. So it has the very small value of conductance of 0.8 into 10 to the power minus 6 per ohm per centimeter at 18 degree centigrade. Then why then is the importance is given to this conductance water? This is because whenever we prepare a solution, whenever prepare a solution in a particular water, in the regular water, if we prepare the particular solution of an electrolyte, then what happens? The atmospheric CO2, this atmospheric CO2 get dissolved. CO2 get dissolved. Atmospheric CO2 get dissolved in solution to form. It get dissolved in a solution to form the carbonic acid. In solution to form carbonic acid, this atmospheric CO2 get dissolved in a solution to form carbonic acid. Once this carbonic acid is formed, it is present in the form of the ions as H plus ions, and second is called as the HCO3 3 minus ions. So this is the formation of two ions H plus and HCO3 3 minus. We know that whenever such a type of ions are present initially, then they may show contribution towards the conductance. this may show the contribution towards the conductance, or we can say that this type of impurities is present when the CO2 get dissolved in a particular solution to form the carbonic acid. So whenever we determine the conductance of an given solution, that is nothing, that is the conductance of its own ions as well as the ions given by this type of the carbonic acids. So at that condition we cannot measure the exact conductance of a particular solution. To avoid this, we use here now this type of the conductivity water. So what is the application of this conductivity water? In this conductivity water, these type of the impurities, that is this type of the carbonic acids ions are absent, or they get removed whenever we redistill the distilled water to form this conductivity water. So this conductivity water has the very less traces of these type of the ions are present, and that's why they show the very minute conductance due to this type of the absence of this type of the ions. So this is a main application of this conductivity water over the regular distilled water. Now if we require the more accurate result of this conductance, then at that time what we have to use? We have to use the ultra pure water. We have to use the ultra pure water. So this is a next type of water for this conductance measurement, that is a ultra pure water, and this ultra pure water has the very lower amount of conductivity, that is it show only very small amount of conductance, that is a 0.05 into 10 to the power minus 6 per ohm per centimeter, again at the temperature of 18 degree centigrade. So this ultra pure water is very much useful if we require the very accurate results of conductance measurement. Now in this case what happens? In this ultra pure water, total dissolved air, the total dissolved air in this water get removed, and that's why this water contains very less impurities which show the conductance, and that's why its conductance value is very less, that is a 0.05 into 10 to the power minus 6 per ohm per centimeter. So this is a simple point that is called as the conductivity or conductance water. What is mean by this conductivity or conductance water? What is the importance of it? How it is useful for accurate measurements of the conductance? And this is the second type of water called as the ultra pure water. Now after studying this simple point, we are going to take some important numericals based upon the equations which we studied up to this lecture. So first a numerical we are going to take here, that is a numerical number first. So in this numerical some values are given, that is the 0.5 normal solution of a salt occupying a volume between the two platinum electrodes 1.72 centimeter apart of a area 4.5 centimeter square has a resistance of 25 ohms. Calculate the equivalent conductivity of the solution. So this is the first numerical. So before calculate all these properties, all these required values, we must write here the given, what is given in this numerical. So in this numerical some values are given. So what are that values? The first important value is a concentration. The concentration is given, that is a C. So what is that concentration? C is equal to 0.5 normal. This is the concentration is given. The second important quantity which is given, that is a distance of separation between the two electrodes, that is a L is there. So what is the value for this L? It is a 1.72 centimeter. The third thing is given, that is the area of cross section, small a is equal to 4.5 centimeter square. This is a third property, is a third value is given. After that the resistance is given, fourth number property, that is a resistance R, it is equal to 25 ohms. 25 ohms is there. And finally they ask to calculate the equivalent conductivity, that is we have to calculate here lambda. So what is the value for this lambda? So to calculate the value for this lambda, we have to go for the calculation of another suppletive terms. So that suppletive terms were, so this is the given data for this numerical. Now by using this given data we have to calculate this equivalent conductance. So first of all we are going to calculate the cell constant from this data. So first important property or first important term we are going to calculate here, that is the cell constant from this data, that is the cell constant of this cell. We know that the cell constant is nothing but the ratio of L divided by A is equal to, what is the value for this L? It is a 1.72 centimeter, 1.72 centimeter divided by its area of cross section is a 4.5 centimeter square. If we solve it, we get the value for this cell constant as 0.3822 per centimeter. So this is the value for the cell constant, that is a step number first. Once we calculate this cell constant, in the second step we are going to calculate now specific conductance, specific conductance, specific conductance of this 0.5 normal solution of salt, 0.5 normal solution of salt. So for this purpose we are going to calculate its specific conductance. We know the equation for the specific conductance, that is LS. LS stands for specific conductance is equal to its cell constant, is equal to its cell constant divided by the observed resistance, divided by the observed resistance. So by taking these two properties together we can calculate its specific conductance. Now LS is equal to, we have to substitute the value for the cell constant, that is a 0.3822 divided by its resistance which is already given, that is a 25 ohms divided by 25. So if we solve it, we get the value for this specific conductance as LS is equal to 0.0153 per ohm per centimeter, per ohm per centimeter. So this is a value for this LS, that is a specific conductance. So in this way we calculate here now specific conductance. Once we calculate this specific conductance, now finally we are interested to calculate in the third step calculation of the equivalent conductance. Therefore equivalent conductance, therefore equivalent conductance, equivalent conductance, that is a lambda at a particular volume V of 0.5 normal solution of a salt. So how to calculate it? We know the equation, that is this equivalent conductance we have to calculate here with the help of this equation. Lambda V is equal to specific conductance, that is a LS divided by concentration C multiplied by 1000. So this is the equation which is useful for the calculation of this type of the equivalent conductance. If we substitute the values for these terms, that is a lambda V is equal to LS. What is the value for this LS? It is a 0.0153 multiplied by 1000 divided by, what is the value for this C? It is already given here, C is equal to 0.5 normal solution. So divided by 0.5, if we solve it, we get the value for this equivalent conductance is equal to, if we solve it, we get the value for this, it is equal to 30.58 per ohm centimeter square, per ohm centimeter square. So this is a simple numerical for the calculation of various parameter of a electrolytic solution. So this numerical solving requires the three different steps. In the first step, we calculate its cell constant. From the cell constant, we calculate here its specific conductance, and after the calculation of specific conductance, we can calculate here its equivalent conductance with the help of this simple equation. So this is the first numerical for the calculation of the particular equivalent conductivity of a particular solution. Now, once we calculate this first numerical, we have to take now one more numerical. So that second numerical is there. So this numerical now consists of, this is the next numerical, the resistance of a conductivity cell. The resistance of a conductivity cell filled with 0.2 normal solution of an electrolyte is 100 ohm at 25 degrees centigrade. Calculate the specific conductance and equivalent conductance if the cell constant is 2.06 per centimeter. So again we have to write here the given, what is given in this numerical. So first of all, the first given in this numerical is nothing but the concentration. So I write here concentration C is equal to, so what is the value for this? It is a 0.02 normal. It is a concentration is given. The second given data in this case is nothing but the resistance, that is a capital R is equal to, it is given that is a 100 ohm. It is the 100 ohm. The next parameter is given, that is a its cell constant. It is a cell constant is given. Cell constant is equal to 2.06 per centimeter. So these three values are given in this numerical. Now from this we have to calculate its specific conductance, that is LS. We have to calculate LS as well as we have to calculate its equivalent conductance also. So these two parameters we have to calculate for a given solution. So to solve this we have to go step by step. So in the first step, we have to consider here the specific conductance of solution. So we have to consider here specific conductance, that is nothing but the LS, specific conductance of solution. But to calculate first specific conductance of solution. So how to calculate it? The specific conductance of solution is nothing but the LS. We know the equation for this LS, that is equal to the cell constant divided by observed resistance. So this is a simple equation for this specific conductance. If we substitute the values, LS is equal to, its cell constant is a 2.06 divided by its observed resistance is a 100 ohm divided by 100. So if we solve it, we get the value for this specific conductance is equal to 2.06 into 10 raised to minus 2 per ohm per centimeter. So this is the value for this first parameter of a solution, that is a its specific conductance. It's obtained 2.06 into 10 to the power minus 2 per ohm per centimeter. Now once we know this specific conductance, we are going to calculate now the second parameter, that is the equivalent conductance. The equivalent conductance that is nothing but the lambda V of solution. So how to calculate this lambda V now? So this lambda V, that is a equivalent conductance, is equal to, so this lambda V is equal to now its specific conductance, into 1000 divided by its concentration C. So if we substitute the value for this, lambda V is equal to specific conductance which is obtained is equal to 2.06 into 10 raised to minus 2 multiplied by 1000 divided by its concentration is a 0.02. So if we solve it, we get the value for this L lambda V, that is the equivalent conductance is equal to 1030 per ohm centimeter square. So this is the value for equivalent conductance is obtained. So we can say that this numerical solving takes place in two different steps. In the first step, we have to calculate its specific conductance, and in the second step, we have to calculate its equivalent conductance from this specific conductance. So this type of the numericals may be asked on the equations which we come across up to this lecture. So this is the important part as far as these numericals are concerned. So in today's lecture, we solve the two different numericals based upon the calculations of equivalent conductance, their specific conductance, their cell constant. So these are the two numericals on the sample basis on the various equations. And one more important point which we completed is called as the conductivity or conductance water. So with this I stop here in this current lecture. The remaining point we will take in a next lecture. So with that I stop here. Thank you so much.